Hello everyone, I Chilak Patel, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. Welcomes you to the session of Power Electronics. Today I am going to discuss about Unit 2, that is Control Rectifier, with topic FWCR examples. So let's start the session. First of all, in the last lecture we have discussed about the operation of FWCR, that FWCR means full wave control rectifier in 3-phase, operates in a 3 different modes, depends on its firing angle, that it can be operated either for firing angle less than 90 degree, firing angle equal to 90 degree and firing angle greater than 90 degree. We already discussed about the two cases in the last lecture, that what will happen when firing angle less than 90 degree, that in that case the positive part is more compared to the negative cycle. So that's why for that particular case we can say that rectification will occur, and power delivered from source to load is more compared to power delivered from load to source, while in the second case when firing angle equal to 90 degree, the power from source to load is equal to load to source. Now let's discuss about the third case, that is when firing angle greater than 90 degree. So in case of that, the diagram is like this. Here you can see that the negative portion is more compared to the positive portion, and because of that we can say that the power flow from load to source is more compared to the power flow from source to load. Even you can use the equation of average load voltage for that FWCR, that we see in the next example, that what is the equation of load voltage for FWCR. So if you put the values in that particular equation, then you can get the idea that for any angle greater than 90 degree, the average load DC voltage becomes negative, and that's why here load to source voltage becomes greater than source to load voltage. So because of this we can say that the inversion will take place. Now let's talk about the two quadrant operation of FWCR. So this can be clear from this figure, that two quadrant operation means this portion, this upper portion is when alpha less than 90, because when alpha less than 90 the positive portion is more compared to the negative portion, and because of that we can say that the rectification purpose is always to be above the zero line. So this is called rectification, means first quadrant operation. In case of inversion the values are negative, or we can say that completely invert to the first layer. So because of that we can say that the inversion layer is down to the zero level. So this is how the FWCR operate in a two quadrant. So this question can be asked in a 3 marks, that why FWCR operates in a two quadrant. So for that this figure is important. For rectification we can say that the power flow from source to load is more compared to load to source. That means power is converted from AC to DC, while in case of inversion or in case of alpha greater than 90 degree we can say that power delivered from load to source is more compared to power delivered from source to load, and in that case AC to DC to AC conversion is possible. Now let's discuss about the example. Actually this example is the equation of RMS as well as load average voltage. So let's consider this question. Derive the expression for the average load voltage and RMS load voltage for 3-phase converter with inductive load shown in figure. So this is the figure. For this particular figure we have to calculate the average load voltage and RMS voltage. So here please note that the alpha firing angle will start from pi by 3. So in this case we can require the average load voltage like this, 1 upon pi by 3 from alpha to pi by 3 plus alpha. From this to this point, this dark portion we have to say we have to consider. So this dark portion's limit should be from this point to this point, means alpha to pi by 3 plus alpha, and this voltage is nothing but Vry voltage. This magnitude, this particular magnitude is V of Ry. That's why over here v of ry d omega t. Now we have to take the integration of it and we can find out the average load voltage. So let's start. Here Vry is equal to Vry can be written as Vm sin omega t. Now this Vry is nothing but the phase voltage, and Vry is equal to Vm sin omega t plus pi by 3. That means Vm of line is into sin omega t plus pi by 3. Now voltage is leading by the angle 30 degree, and that's why if we put the values in the equation, in the previous equation that we have seen in the last slide, that if we put the value of Vry over here, then it can be written like this: 3 upon pi integration from alpha to pi by 3 plus alpha Vm sin omega t plus pi by 3 d omega t. Okay, so now we have to integrate this part. If we integrate it, it can be written like this. This Vm is out of the integration, so 3 Vm line upon pi. Now this sin omega t plus pi by 3, it can be written as sin omega t plus pi by 3 plus c minus c equation can be applicable for this 2 sin omega t plus pi by 3. So it can be written like cos alpha plus pi by 3 minus cos 2 pi by 3 plus alpha. We integrate first this, so integration of sine is minus cos, and then we put the limit over here, so it is like minus cos pi by 3 plus alpha plus pi by 3, so it becomes cos 2 pi by 3 plus alpha, and minus cos alpha plus pi by 3, so minus minus plus, so here this part is positive, so whole equation can be written like this. Now again, if we want to separate the terms, then it can be written like this: 3 Vm upon pi as it is. This cos alpha plus pi by 3 can be written like cos alpha into cos pi by 3, and this can be written like minus cos 2 pi by 3 into cos alpha. Now let's put the value of cos pi by 3 and cos 2 pi by 3. So it is like this. The remaining portion is cos alpha only. So this is the equation of VLDC that we can use in the another examples also, that VLDC is 3 Vm upon pi into cos alpha. Alpha is firing angle. Now for RMS voltage, RMS means root mean square voltage. So for root mean square voltage, we have to apply the equation of 1 upon pi by 3 as it is. Again limit is as it is alpha to alpha plus pi by 3, but here the Vry square can be taken, so Vry square d omega t raised to 1 by 2 for root mean square value. Now again, instead of Vry, we write the equation for line voltage, because Vry is a phase voltage, so we return it as in terms of line voltage like this: 3 upon pi as it is, from alpha to alpha plus pi by 3 Vm square sin square omega t plus pi by 3 d omega t. Now again this sin square theta, if we have the trigonometry function sin square theta, then it can be written like 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. So same rule can be applicable here also. So it can be written like 1 minus cos 2 omega t plus pi by 3 divided by 2. So it can be written like this. If we integrate this, it is actually equation like this: 1 minus, this term is like 1 minus cos 2 times theta. Here please consider that theta is nothing but omega t plus pi by 3. So theta is here, theta is equal to omega t plus pi by 3 divided by 2. So we have to integrate this term. So 1 upon 2 integration, there is no term of omega t is present, so it can be written like this: only alpha plus pi by 3 minus alpha, so alpha and alpha will be cancelled out and only pi by 3 is remaining. So that's why over here pi by 3 is there. Then the second term is cos 2 theta by 2. So 1 upon 2 is common, so that's why here 1 upon 2, and here also 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 2. Now you have to integrate cos 2 theta. So integration of cos is sine 2 theta divided by 2. So that's why here sine of 2 is here and the common 2 is taken here. So sine 2 theta. Then we have to apply the limit alpha to alpha plus pi by 3. So it is like alpha plus pi by 3 plus pi by 3. That's why here sine alpha plus 2 pi by 3. And next limit is alpha plus pi by 3. Alpha plus pi by 3 plus pi by 3 minus alpha. So it is alpha plus pi by 3. So this is RMS voltage value. It is if we simplify it, it can be written like this. The last equation is this. Here instead of this sine 2 alpha plus pi by 3 and sine 2 alpha plus pi by 3, it can be written in terms of sine and cos like this. These terms are because of the simplification. Next, if we rearrange the given term, then it can be written here. We put the values of this sine 4 pi by 3, cos 4 pi by 3, sine 2 pi by 3 and cos 2 pi by 3. So the final equation cos 2 pi by 3 minus 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is already there. So 1 by 2 into minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 4 sine 2 alpha is there. Same way you can put the values of sine 2 pi by 3 also here. So it is root 3 upon 2. So root 3 upon 2 into 1 by 2 means root 3 by 4 cos 2 alpha. Similarly you can do this for these two terms also. So the values are root 3 by 4 and 1 by 4. The final equation is like this: 3 Vm square upon 2 pi as it is. The terms that can be cancelled out is 1 upon 4 sine 2 alpha and minus 1 upon 4 sine 2 alpha. These terms are cancelled out. So remaining terms are 2 times root 3 by 4 cos 2 alpha. So root 3 by 2 cos 2 alpha raised to 1 by 2. This is the RMS voltage value. So this is how you can use the equation or from the given graph you can easily find out the RMS value as well as load DC value. Okay. Now let's take another example. Question is, a fully controlled 3-phase bridge circuit is supplied of 200 volt. Assume the firing angle of 0, 45 degree and 90 degree. Determine the load voltage for that. Also calculate if diode is placed across the load for firing angle of 120 degree. So let's start for a 3-phase bridge circuit operated at 200 volt and a firing angle of 0, 45 and 90 degree. So here first we consider the case of VLDC 3 Vm upon pi cos alpha. So 3 Vm upon pi cos alpha. Here Vm, value of Vm is maximum voltage. So maximum voltage can be found out using the RMS voltage. Here RMS voltage value is given, that is 200 volt. So it is 200 into root 2, that gives us the maximum value. This equation we already derived in example number 1. So simply put the values. So it is 282.84 volt Vm of line. Now for firing angle alpha is equal to 0 degree. Again if we put the values over in this equation, Vm is now this 282.84. So it is 3 into 282.84 upon pi into cos 0. So it gives us the answer 270 volt. Same way for 45 degree it is 191 and for 90 degree it is 0 volt. Now when diode is connected across load, then 3 Vm upon 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha is there. But for this, what will be the firing angle? Firing angle in that case is 120 degree. So let's put the values. So it is 3 into 282.84 upon 2 pi 1 plus cos 120. So the answer is 67.5 volts. So now if you remember the equations of VLDC or VRMS, you can easily find out the load voltage and RMS voltage for the particular example. Okay. So these are the two examples of full converter. There is also some example related to full converter that we will see in the next session. Up to now, if you have any query or doubt, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching.